can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
It's a very personal, very important thing. Hell, it's a family motto. Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Cash. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy. I've been on the come up, counting money till my thumbs hurt. No Birdman, bitch, but I'm a stunner. Just watch how you run up. I keep a couple gunners. I've been grinding all winter just to flex all over summer shit. Wrist cold when I fall through. Rose go to my arm, boo. In and out of my city, but come whenever I call you. Who gon' love me more than when I'm stacking out on tour? Them hoes that made it past security, they knocking on my door. You gon' be there when they gone. Show my love by getting more. Hustle so you ain't alone. You won't leave me, that's for sure. I'm talking Benjis, Franklin's, all these hundos on my floor. I just broke a couple bands, believe me, I've been going hard. I'm tipping bottle after bottle, swerving model after model. Who won't cash? That's the motto. Spend it like I hit the lotto. Yeah, I'm loving my life. I know that I ain't shit without you. Actions speak louder than words. They broke cause they just talk about you, huh? I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy. Money bag after money bag, I'm the man now. Play the cards that I was dealt and I ain't need no handouts. Fresh on every set, get respect. Mama out of debt, got a new connect. We the best, homie, run the check. Wifey got a new bag, new house. You mad? We just doing us, feeling wavy. Fuck a do-rag. This that no stress flow. Bobbing on my ex. She don't love cash, kiss my ass, baby XO. Thank you for that line, Mr. West, but I'm next though. Hey, you me the set, bitch, I'm blessed, sipping XO. For the love of money, I stay fucking hungry. I parted ways with the kitchen, that just wasn't for me. Every show they love me, now I'm showing love back. They ain't taking nothing from me, so I throw a couple stacks. You when I'm in your town, have some fun, blow a bag. Fuck with me when I'm around, trust me, shorty, I'll be back, huh? I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? What is up? Welcome to the Alphabets Football Show. I am your host, Marcus Alphabets, where we take you on about a 1.5 hour, 2 hour long journey to discuss our favorite sport in the whole wide world, which is football. Divisional round of the playoffs. But first things first, I'd like to introduce my lovely co-host, Steelers fan, Gardner. She's my producer, my all of that good stuff. My lovely co-host, I call her Miss Bruce Willis because she's diehard, and because she's diehard Steelers fan. That's where I just kind of made the whole dot. Anyways, what's up, Mona? How you doing?
Doing great. Looking forward to this weekend.
I'm like Mona. It's like there was this one year during Christmas, and there's this toy that I really wanted. It was the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. There was no way I was going to get it, but I kept asking my dad for it, and I knew I wasn't going to get it, but there was this big box underneath there, underneath the Christmas tree, and I thought it was good. Maybe my aircraft carrier. I didn't get the aircraft carrier, but the suspense was just incredible, So I'm happy. We have a large contingency of fans. We have a lot of Bills fans. We have a lot of we have a few Cowboys fans. We have some Giants fans. We have all of the teams that are have a big fan base in here. They all make the playoffs except I'm sorry.
And stuff. So
we
have Packer fans and
Packers fans. Well, yeah, we got Packers fans. I mean, they didn't make it. We got a few, you and Sharon and Eddie V. Hill. We got some Steelers fans, Mr. Smith, Larry Smith. I mean, we got Patriots with Yuri's Patriots fan, and we got a few Eagles fans, in here. But I'm happy.
Jared Muller's pretty cool. Come on,
Jared Muller, Thomas Maselko. I think Thomas Maselko's we got a Chiefs fan. We got Ricky Bobby. So it's cool. Please like and share the show. There's a lot of stuff we got to discuss. We got to break down. We got 4 games left. We got 8 teams left. 4 games left. And then this is. I mean, we're getting to the nitty gritty here. We're going to break it down, give our opinions on all of this good stuff, and I hope everybody's having a good Friday. Got games tomorrow, games on Sunday. I mean, I'm amped up. So, how we do it first. We like to get our news and notes out. There's a few things. As you all know, it's divisional round of the playoffs. We're not going to give our predictions yet. Well, we do that at the end of the show. But it's the divisional round of the playoffs. Anything that struck you from last week's games, Mona, that was like you were kind of surprised that when you saw it, you were like, okay, wow, like something that just kind of caught your attention, something that maybe you weren't expecting?
Not really. I think Jacksonville may be a year ahead of themselves.
Jacksonville, yeah.
We talked about how well that team was coming together with Doug Peterson. With the talent that they had, gotten the last couple of years in the drafts. I think you and I had even said that we thought they were a good draft away from winning that division, which they did this year already. And another draft year away from making a run for a Super Bowl. And now look at them. I feel like they are a little bit ahead. Look, you sent me a link earlier today of Colin Cowherd, because I don't call him that.
You really didn't want to pronounce his name.
I almost didn't say it right. In which I agreed wholeheartedly on most of everything he said, which was just like a shocker for me, because I usually don't agree with nothing he says. And occasionally he'll get a few things right, but never everything right. And I kind of agreed with everything that he had to say on that. He talked about Jacksonville being 1 year advanced from where he thought they would be. He talked about the Chargers, the upcoming Chargers. My biggest issue, you were talking about last week and games. My biggest issue is I've seen a lot of people put the blame on Justin Herbert for losing that game with the 5+ turnovers. He did his job. He scored touchdowns. He threw no interceptions. He didn't fumble the ball. You have to put the blame where the blame deserves to be, and that's the defense.
You get up 27 to nothing. How is that on your quarterback? Unless he's throwing pick sixes, okay, I get it. But I don't understand, and I say this all the time. quarterbacks get way too much glory when things go right. They get too much blame when things go bad. I don't understand though how if you're up 27-0, and I get it. People are like, well, we blame Matt Ryan, when they were up 28-3. Again, that's the defense. Yeah. That's the defense, and that's part of your.
Doesn't go out there and play defense and keep the other team from scoring. That's the defense's.
Run the damn ball. Run the ball. And Kyle Shanahan has been. I hope he does it this year.
Since the OC got fired out in Charger land, I kind of felt like it shouldn't have been him that got fired. It should have been the head coach. And if not the head coach, the DC.
Yeah.
Why do you fire the offensive coordinator when he has played plug-and-play players throughout the season because he's not had anybody healthy?
Exactly. I mean, you go out and you spend a whole bunch of money on J.C. Jackson. You go get a shutdown corner who got hurt. Joey Bosa was hurt a lot of the year. Khalil Mack was kind of hobbling around. I mean, you can't. I know injuries are part of the game, but damn, dude, like you have to look. It's like I just don't understand how that's on Justin Herbert. And I've heard the comparisons. Well, Marcus, you're hard on Derek Carr, and you were hard on Matt Ryan. And again, I get it, but I'm just like he's a young quarterback, he's year 3, and he's played pretty good. Played with broken cartilage. I don't know how the hell you break rib I don't know how you break cartilage. I thought you tore cartilage, but okay. So and I'm gonna say this. Jacksonville, you got a break last week, man. Because generally 27-0, you're not coming back. If you get down 27-0 this week against the Chiefs, you ain't coming back on them.
Yeah.
So whatever, congratulations. You won the game, and that's the bottom line. Dubs and L's. That's how I judge games. But you got a break. Let's not get it twisted. You got a break last week. If you're playing against a more mature team, you're not winning that game. For me, Brock Purdy, this kid. We talk about all of the offensive rookie of the year candidates. We talk about, Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave and Kenneth Walker Jr.
On the last show last week, I'm the one who said, look, what about Brock Purdy as rookie of the year? Because
Mr. Irrelevant, 7th round pick, last pick in the 7th round, and you're out there, and I get it.
Cowboys this weekend, I think he's definitely in the running.
Or take them to take them to the NFC Championship, take them to the Super Bowl. That's something we really haven't seen since Ben Roethlisberger. You really haven't seen, a young court. He's put in a phenomenal position to do that. He's playing clean football. They're playing really good complementary football. I know we got our hands full this week. We're gonna do our picks here in a little bit. Brock Purdy impressed me. Dak Prescott last week played a damn near perfect game. Just 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, didn't turn the ball over. That's kind of been his MO the past few weeks before last week, throwing pick sixes. He's out. He played a, very clean game. I'm with you, Dalton. If Breece Hall didn't get hurt, I like Breece Hall. Yeah. I just thought he would, and him coming back next year, I hope they're able to fix that quarterback situation, whether I don't know what they do. They say they're keeping Zach Wilson. We'll see. People always say what they're going to do until something comes up. Well, we're sticking with Zach Wilson next year. Yeah, unless you get Patrick Mahomes. I'm just saying. I'm being facetious, of course, but I'm just saying. If you get what do they say in the Godfather? I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. So here's the games. We got our Saturday games. We got KC versus Jacksonville, number 1 seed in the AFC, hosting the Jags. What's that? 4:30 Eastern time. That'll be 2 my time. And like I said, we're just showing you the games. We're gonna make our picks at the end. I'm loving it. And then our nightcap, Giants at Eagles. Eagles number one, the number one seed in the NFC. Division rivals. And I just want to say, all you people have been disrespectful to the NFC East.
Hey, Ronnie, it's good to see you.
Don't want to hear it no more. Three out of 75% of our division is in the playoffs. Three out of 4 teams are in the playoffs. Okay. And we may have 2 NFC East teams playing for the NFC Championship next week. That's a very distinct possibility. Yeah. So that's no disrespect to the 49ers. I'm just saying it is a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that is a possibility. So we're going to see. So that's our Saturday games. Giants, we'll see what Hurts does coming back. And then our Sunday games, this is we had a preview of this, unfortunately for the Hamlin, incident on the field. We're glad he's doing better. Glad everybody was, praying for him. Bengals at Bills. I mean, this is big. This is really big.
I kind of feel like this. I kind of feel like this game has so much importance because we know that Bengals are injured on offensive line. We know that they lost Von Miller for the season as well. But Bengals are going to be walking into Buffalo to play this game with a chip on their shoulder, saying, by all rights, in their heads, in their minds, this game should have been played in Cincinnati.
Bills won. Ronald Ears, no, they didn't win. The game was called the Bills did not win. I think
he's saying Bills win this
Bills
game.
Win? Oh, okay. I was like, no, they.
I think it was a
typo. Just for the record, I know some of my people out there. Who's the defending AFC champion?
That would be Cincinnati.
It was the Cincinnati. Cincinnati played in the Super Bowl last year, right?
Yep.
And Joe Burrow's second year, right? A year after he tore his ACL his rookie year and then comes back and plays the Super Bowl. That was the Bengals, right?
Yep.
So right now, a few months ago, me and you, we made an alphabet spitz called "To Be the Man."
You got to beat the man.
To be the man, you got to beat the man. Right now, whether you like it or not, the Bengals until Sunday.
Well, the Bengals did what they did last year. The Bengals knocked off the Bills and they knocked off the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and their offensive line was pretty hideous last year. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, much respect to the Bills. They
are improved from last year.
You're a good team too, but the Cincinnati Bengals are the defending AFC champion. Don't let these people tell you otherwise. Can the Bengals come in there and you guys rough them up and get them up out of? Yeah, no doubt about it. And
also, see the Minnesota Vikings going to Buffalo and beat them. So,
yeah. So it's
no offensive line with horrible rush defense.
Their pass blocking has been suspect.
Yeah.
And then you lose. Their
run defense has been suspect too.
Who, the Bills?
No. I'm talking about the. Well, no, I was still on the Vikings game. So
yeah, I mean, we're gonna make our predictions here in a minute. How did you do on picks last week? By the way, what was your record last week?
I think it was 4-2.
4-2. I was 5-1 last week. The only one that I got wrong was the
Vikings.
Yeah, that was shocking to me. So looking forward to
me, I took the Giants.
Yeah, I Kirk Cousins.
Vikings can't stop the run. They couldn't stop the run. Y'all ran all over them.
Kirk
and I knew Saquon Barkley be healthy.
And Daniel Jones.
To be fair, Daniel Jones had a great game.
Yeah, he did. So, and then, the nightcap, Cowboys at 49ers. I'm having flashback to the 90s. This is where my hatred for to be perfectly honest with you, I hated the 49ers. I hated the 49ers worse than I hated like the Eagles and Giants, because I knew anytime that we wanted to go where we wanted to go, we had to deal with the 49ers. Damn Steve Young, damn Jerry Rice, damn Ricky Waters, damn that stupid dance, Merton Hanks, that little chicken dance. I used to hate it. I that long neck stupid dance that he used to do. I used to hate it. But it's good to see them back. And again, we're going to talk about this. We're going to break it down, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. So those are the games. And we are in for. We're in for a treat this weekend. I really do. I don't think any of the games.
I don't feel like I'm in for no treat because my Steelers are not in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, you're still being entertained with some pretty damn good football. And then Gary, Gary's a Eagles fan, so you can sit over there and cheer with Gary. So
I'm not cheering for the Eagles.
Not cheering for the Eagles.
No.
So those are our 4 games.
There's only one team in Pennsylvania. Come on.
Yeah. So those are our 4 games there. I'm ecstatic. I'm really, I don't think any of the games will be blowouts. I think you're going to see some very competitive games, really good matchups. I think you're going to, you got explosive, high flying offenses.
Sorry about that.
You got stingy defenses. You got, the number 1 takeaway defense in the league in the Cowboys. You got the number 1 sack defense in the Eagles. You got some really good.
Listen, Dalton. I cannot call them the Sheagles.
Yeah.
I can't, because that was when Pittsburgh and Philadelphia combined because of the war, and they became the Steagles. And I can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay? I just can't do it.
You scared of them 49ers, Marcus? I'm not scared. No, I'm not scared of it. But I respect them. I'm not scared of.
That's Mr. Tito.
Yeah, T Losa. I'm not scared of the 49ers, but I am. You all are a good team. I'm not going to take anything away from y'all. Y'all got a damn good team. And again, we're going to talk about how we break it down and all that good stuff. Our news and notes. We have a few things, not too much. Los Angeles Chargers became the first team in NFL history to lose with a 5+ turnover margin. Again, defense. How was that on? I don't understand how that's on Justin Herbert. I just don't get it. I don't know how Brandon Staley still has a job. I don't know what he has on these guys. I was really hoping that Sean Payton would go there, but okay, cool. And they'll get in. Hopefully, they had a.
Just because he hasn't been fired yet doesn't mean he's not going to be fired.
No,
Sean Payton is visiting a lot of teams.
Yeah, that's true. It's not over till it's over. I would love to see Sean Payton. I think what he could do for Justin Herbert, I think he is the same thing that what Doug Peterson did for Trevor Lawrence. I think he could have that type of impact on him. He had the same impact on Drew Brees. When people forget Drew Brees started with the Chargers and then went to the Saints, and he was very instrumental in his success there. So, Chargers. I'm a Justin Herbert fan. I don't give a damn. I'm a Justin Herbert fan, and I hope that they're able to do that.
Thomas Maselko says he wants Cowboys versus Eagles NFC Championship. Let's go.
I wouldn't have a problem with that. I would not have a problem with that. I would just like for us to. We got our hands full. Again. I'm gonna make we're gonna make our predictions here, but it's none of these games are written in the stars, man. Like you're gonna have to fight this week. Look, we've gotten so spoiled. We've gotten very, very spoiled in the past 20 years. These are the faces that we've seen, and we've seen two of them are retired. Ben didn't play this year, and he's been gone for 5 years. He's already in the Hall of Fame, so he's been gone for at least 5 years. Ben didn't play this year. Brady's future is up in the air. I think he plays next year. He looked really bad last week, and Aaron Rodgers, who knows? I just don't know. But we did a piece. We did a piece a few months back called "The Young Guns," and I told you guys in that video, I said you better appreciate these guys while they're still here, because they ain't gonna be around much longer. Brady ain't got much longer, and Aaron Rodgers ain't got much longer.
Tito, stick around for picks. You'll see who I'm picking.
Right. So we've seen in the past few years, we saw Drew Brees retire, we saw Peyton Manning retire, we saw Eli Manning retire, we saw Ben Roethlisberger retire. And those two on the top there, they're probably gone in the next 2 years or so. So you better start appreciating the greatness of these guys, because they're not going to be there much longer. It's been talking about these offensive coordinator openings. I don't know how Lombardi got fired. It's always a blame game, but here's the thing about it. Once you fire your defensive coordinator, you fire your offensive coordinator. Guess what? At the end, after all those guys are gone, the last person left is you and the general manager. So, Brandon Staley, if you don't get fired this offseason, have another year like this and go to the playoffs, or don't make the playoffs, or make the playoffs and get bounced in the first round, and you'll be gone. I don't think Ron Rivera will be there. The Rams, I'll kind of give them a pass. They had crazy injuries this year.
They had like the San Francisco 49er injuries from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to overtake that. Jets offensive coordinator, I really don't, that's kind of tough too. You had you lost Breece Hall, Zach Wilson regressed, and then with the Patriots, you think having
Ace says Rams getting no pass.
Rams get I don't agree with that. When you lose Cooper Kupp and you have all of those injuries on there, Matthew Stafford gets hurt, Cooper Kupp gets hurt, Allen Robinson kind of was a bust. I mean, it's kind of hard to run your offense. You had the whole
Von Miller to.
Well, I'm talking about on the offensive side.
I know. I'm just saying.
And then
it wasn't just on the offensive side, though. I mean, they actually suffered some injuries on that defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to a point. People are, next man up. Yeah, that's starters are starters for a reason, and backups are backups. And then with the Patriots, they're down there at the bottom. You think having Matt Patricia, who's a defensive-minded coach, is your offensive, they really missed Josh McDaniels this year. And they're going to have to go find
Ace, you lose your quarterback to an injury, elbow injury like Stafford had, worse than what Josh Allen did, hurt his elbow. You're going to tell me you weren't praying to whoever that his elbow injury wasn't worse than what you thought it might have been? Because if his elbow, do you think your backup quarterback could have got you where you're at today? How
about losing your starting quarterback, Andrew? So you think that if the Bills hang on, you think that if the Bills lost Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, because that's the equivalent of what happened to them. They lost Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford was hurt. You're telling me that without Josh Allen and without Stephon Diggs, y'all are still in the stop it. New England Patriots, I see that they're getting who they're bringing in, right? You saw who they're bringing in? They're bringing in Bill O'Brien from I guess he's the offensive coordinator at Alabama. They're supposed to be talking to him. So we'll see what happens.
Fine with Case Keenum.
Case Keenum and Gabe Davis, who catches 3 balls a game. Stop it. Gabe Davis don't even barely do anything when Stephon Diggs is on the field. You think Gabe Davis as the number 2, he's going to move into the number 1, and y'all are going to get to the playoffs? Stop it. Gabe Davis should have like 1,400 yards every year.
Who won Coach of the Year last year?
Huh?
Who won Coach of the Year last year? Was it Rivera?
No, it was Zach Wilson, Zach Taylor, the Bengals coach. Okay. Bengals coach.
I was just trying to think who won that.
Your defense having injuries is not your starting top 3 quarterback being injured for most of the year. It's not your number 1 receiver. Yes, I mean everybody. You're pretty much when you lose your quarterback, it's a wrap. Which I think Cooper Rush deserves a lot of credit this year for keeping the Cowboys afloat and going 4-1 in there. That doesn't normally happen. That does not normally happen. Usually you lose your starting quarterback and it's over. So who changed the culture the best? Dable versus Peterson. I was on, shout out to Sam Sports. I was on shout out to
it was Mike Vrabel that won.
Was it Vrabel? It was Vrabel. That's right. He was in that's right. Vrabel did win it. Dable versus Peterson. This is no disrespect to Peterson, and I said this on the debate show. Shout out to my guy BJ Samuels. Appreciate the invite going over there. I believe what Dable did, we were calling Daniel Jones a bust. I wasn't going to call Trevor Lawrence quite a bust yet. He's in his 2nd year. I give a guy a few years. He did change the culture, especially going from Urban Meyer. But what Dable did, they gave that big contract to
my grandmother never watched a game of football, and I think that she would have done better than what Urban Meyer did.
He was terrible. But they both did a great job. And hell, I think what Pete Carroll did with Seattle was pretty good too. But with these 2 guys here, I got to give it to Dable. I just think with them not really having any, great wide receivers.
Let's keep it a buck. Pete Carroll wasn't, playing in a Super Bowl and throwing a damn pass instead of, running Marshawn Lynch either.
Yeah, run it. Yeah, throwing a.
I will never agree with anybody saying anything about Pete Carroll anymore. To me, he lost that Super Bowl. He did
lose it, and we would be talking about the Seattle Seahawks in a whole nother light if they would have been back-to-back champs.
Of course, I still say the Chiefs winning that first Super Bowl with Mahomes shouldn't have. That should have been the 49ers Super Bowl, but I blame that on the head coach too.
Yeah, play calling means a lot. But I also believe that the Chiefs could have won 2 Super Bowls if they didn't get rid of Kareem Hunt. I think if Kareem Hunt plays in that one Super Bowl, I think that
I'm back right now with
yeah. So we'll see what happens. But both guys did a great job. Coaching matters. And for me, Brian Dable is the coach of the year. I just think what he's done over there has been an outstanding job. I was told, Brian Dable sucks. Brian Dable sucks. He sucks. Well, he doesn't suck. He got that team with really no weapons, made them a run first team, which they should be because their best player on offense is Saquon Barkley, but he also saved Daniel Jones's job. They're using him more in RPOs, using him to run the ball a little bit more. And, I just think what Brian Dable's done is just incredible. He's my coach of the year candidate. If I had a vote, that's who it would be. Do you agree? You agree too, Mama?
Yep. I said, he took a kid who everybody was calling a bust.
Yep.
And turned his career around, made him help make him a lot of money because now they're going to have to sign this kid.
Yep.
And I take nothing away from Doug Peterson, nothing whatsoever. Anything above Urban Meyer was an upgrade.
Yeah.
I mean, it just was. But I feel like Urban Meyer already had some key positions, key players in areas that he needed. And I think it was the structure of the offense that Brian Dable did that's kept Saquon healthy. They're not having to depend on him every play.
When they run those RPOs and they're running option plays, Daniel Jones, he's not Lamar Jackson, but the dude, he's a pretty big guy.
Yeah.
And he's a lot faster than what you would think. When I watch him run, he kind of reminds me of Taysom Hill. When I see him running, he's got that deceptive speed. You look at him about 225, 230. And when he got some pretty good straight line speed. So, for Dable to see that and see those type of skill sets and use that, I really like it. I'm really impressed by what I see. What's up, Q-Ball? What's up, June?
With that.
What's up, June? What's up, Q-Ball? So yeah, sign me up for the Brian Dable. Lamar Jackson's our quarterback. I have every faith that this is going to get done. And again, in the words of Vito Corleone, I make him an offer he can't refuse. If somebody comes up in there and says, hey, we'll give you 3 first-round picks, 4 first-round picks, we'll give you Justin Fields and 2 first-round picks for Lamar, where you ain't got to pay him $47 million a year, they believe in you until somebody else comes along. And, when somebody offers you enough money, you're able to change your mind, Marcus, I'll give you $200,000.
I think firing the OC says a lot. They're gonna restructure the way that offense runs. I think they're gonna bring in somebody who is not gonna have just damn design plays for Lamar Jackson to run.
But they have to, because that's all they have. It's like you're gonna have to.
I think they start with a new offensive coordinator, bringing in different types of plays, get him a damn receiver. Even if you have to deal in free agency, get him a number one receiver, that can stay healthy.
Yeah, because Rashad Bateman, you ain't it, dude. And then going to go get Sammy Watkins, bust, and Deshaun Jackson, that just ain't doing it. So Lamar, if I ain't playing that, if y'all try to put me on the tag next year, I ain't playing.
Thank you, Dalton. Yes, I agree, 100%. Yeah. You know what? I have been calling John Harbaugh out for the last 3 years, and everybody wants to talk about how. 2 years ago, they were all saying, the men are still, balls are still, going for it on 4th and 1 and 4th. And how many games did he lose that year? 3. He lost 3 games because he went for it instead of kicking the field goal to tie the game up and give his team an opportunity to win in overtime. So I'm sorry. I am just completely done with John Harbaugh. I'm done with
I've never seen a guy rely on the reputation for winning a Super Bowl for so long.
Yeah.
He is latched onto that, and they just think he's like this brilliant mind and stuff. And I'm just like, he's made a lot of questionable calls. If he didn't have a Super Bowl ring on his resume, I think he would have been gone.
And he really didn't win that.
That was more,
that defense won it.
Yeah, Terrell Suggs and Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. It's like, come on, dude. At 26 years old, Joe Burrow already has the most playoff wins in Bengals quarterback history, most postseason wins by a Bengals quarterback in franchise history. I think that that's great. Congratulations, Joe Burrow. But I think that speaks more to how terrible the Bengals have been. Because the Bengals, let's not forget, they've had, Kenny Anderson, Carson Palmer, Andy Dalton, Boomer Esiason. They've had some quarterbacks, and you've got 4 playoff wins, and you've only been in the league. This is his 3rd year. I think that speaks to how terrible your franchise has been. But Joe Burrow's a good quarterback. congratulations to him. We're in good hands when it comes to these young quarterbacks. We just talked about Greg Roman. The blame's got to go somewhere. The head coaching.
We're not celebrating that stat, Ace. That's what we're saying. I think that speaks more to how bad Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not a compliment. That's more of speaking to how terrible your franchise has been over the years. Again, back to the Greg Roman thing. It's
scapegoat.
Scapegoat. That's what
Ollie
it is.
Ollie North.
Yeah. I can neither confirm nor deny these reports. It's pretty bad, but I think he'll bounce back. I think he'll bounce back somewhere. I don't think, how do you go from having the number one rushing offense in the league to getting fired? That goes to show, but that also goes to show when your quarterback is averaging 70 yards a game rushing.
You're good, Ace. You're good.
Yeah, that was definitely not meant as a compliment. Look, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm going to say this right now. Tony Pollard needs to get the lion's share of the touches, period. Zeke, I appreciate you. Hell, I got your jersey. I got your jersey up in there.
Like he was in quicksand in that game last week.
Looks like it looks like a snail running in molasses. That's what he looks like. A snail running in molasses. That's what Zeke looks like. And I like Zeke. And he was, coming out of Ohio State, an incredible player. It comes a point where you have to kind of pass the torch, though. That's just what it is. Tony Pollard is the better player now. Period. That's just what it is. That is what it is. You can spin it whatever way that you want. He averages, he's got less carries, more yards, averages more yards per carry. He's more explosive. And then you just look at the tape. The eye in the sky does not lie. When you look at them play, he's just a more explosive player.
The one thing I see Zeke do better is short down yardage. He's more apt to get that 2 or 3 yards that you need.
Well, it's like I said. If you need 3 yards, Zeke will get you 3. If you need 8 yards, Zeke will get you 3. He's going to get you. He's 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And here's the other thing that I'll give him the slight edge to. Zeke is a better pass blocker. When he's got to line up there and pass block for Dak, that's his buddy. He's got a little bit more weight on him. He's got a little bit more pop as far as that. But as a pure runner, all my Cowboys fans out there, I told you, I don't play favorites. I don't pull punches. Tony Pollard's the better player when it comes to a pure runner with the football in his hand. So I hope this week, they were trying to split the carries up even, 50-50. I would like to see a little bit more 60-40. Hell, I wouldn't even mind 70-30. That's just my opinion. Your head coach's backgrounds, it's amazing how, it's cyclical. A lot of times, they're looking for the next young offensive mind. And then, this team here, we're looking for a defensive coach. It just depends on what you're looking for, but the only one that's on defense there is McDermott, a lot of times it's an offensive league, it's an offensive league. So we'll see what happens. A lot of this stuff here is going to get settled this week. I am so amped for it. I can't wait till tomorrow. I might not be able to sleep tonight. Here's your final NFL rookie rankings via ESPN. And I take this with a grain of salt because I heard Dan Orlovsky say that if he came out of retirement, he could take the Jets to the playoffs. And that was right there. I was just like, you just thought Dan Orlovsky. Dan Orlovsky. And what we think about Sauce Gardner. I think Sauce Gardner is I think he's just but I also like those kids that they got over there in Seattle, Kobe Bryant and Woolen over there. I thought that they should have been on here somewhere.
And we know that Breece Hall's name would have been on here. Yeah,
that just unfortunately, he got injured. Unfortunately, but he'll be. We saw Travis Etienne get hurt last year, and you see him now. He's kind of asserting himself. I think you'll see that. I think you'll see that next year with Breece if he's able to to stay healthy. I know some of y'all don't want to hear this. I'm not the delusional Cowboys fan. When people say America's team, okay, let me explain this to you. When they say America's team, that does not mean they win every game. That's not what they mean. What they mean is people watch. 30.6 million views. That's just what it is, folks.
You want me to tell you what I think about this game? The reason why it had as many views. Most people were watching that game, rooting against Dallas, winning that first playoff game, and wondering if Dallas could possibly beat Brady finally.
And guess what? They'll have the highest watch game this week because it's the Cowboys and 49ers.
Yeah,
that's just what it is. People, I mean,
that Bills-Bengals game is going to be highly watched too.
I will bet it will. All of the games will be highly watched. The Cowboys 49ers game will be the highest watched game this week. I will put a case of soda, a Mountain Dew on that for you. I promise you that the Cowboys will be the highest ranked. They'll be the highest rated game this weekend. It's it's the hottest.
You know what? I'll take that case bet.
You'll take that case bet? Okay.
I'll take that case bet.
A case of Cherry Coke Zero versus a case of Mountain Dew. Y'all heard it right here.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Diet Mountain Dew. You got it, Mama. You got it. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. That's nearly up there with the snack boxes right there. So we'll see how it goes. What we got next?
No, it ain't. I work hard getting those snack boxes.
Those snack boxes are the bomb. Bad news for the Bengals. We kind of knew it last week. Jonah Williams, he dislocated his kneecap. That's major. I think 4 out of 5.
I think so too, Ace. I think America is waiting to see the Buffalo Bills Cincinnati Bengals game because they got cheated out of watching it. You know, they kind of feel
Ace, you can jump in this. You can get some of this work too. A case of soda, Ace. That's about $12 to $15. I'll send you $15 Cash App. Yes, I'm not saying all of the games will be watched. Kansas City versus Jacksonville will be watched. But when you talk about who's going to be the most watched, it will be the Cowboys. It will be the Cowboys versus the 49ers. That's just what it is. That's what it is. I got my cases on that. Come get some of this action, So Cincinnati, you know,
that's you'll bet the 15.
You'll bet the 15. Sounds like a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. I'm having me 2 cases of soda, some Cherry Coke Zero. So we'll see how it goes. Can that Buffalo pass rush get to Burrow and get to him before he gets to those receivers? Because last time we saw the Bills playing the Bengals, all I saw was Trey White holding on for dear life while T. Higgins was blowing past his ass.
No, Jamar Chase. That was
Jamar Chase. I'm sorry, Jamar Chase. Like Meek Mill says, whatever you do, there's always level to this. So I was looking for, every week we give you the statistical, stats. Pass.
I'm going to be turning on 5 different TVs to watch that game just so I can help raise that number for the Bills-Bengals game.
That's a San Francisco Cowboys about to break records. June, they don't understand. They'll see. I'm telling you, it's that game there. That's like nostalgia. You got, man, that's going to be big. Here's your AP first team All Pros. Now, some of y'all don't know the difference. I had somebody argue me the difference between a Pro Bowl and an All Pro. Okay, Pro Bowl is the best players from the AFC, best players from the NFC. This is the AFC team. This is the NFC team. All Pro is you're the best player at your position, period, whatever conference it is. So you see there, Patrick Mahomes, the starting quarterback, Josh Jacobs, the starting running back. I mean, it's the usual suspects here. The usual suspects. And I was looking at something. I was watching the show today. The 49ers have a first team all pro on every level of their defense. I did not know that. They got Nick Bosa on the D line, and then they got Fred Warner at linebacker, and then they got the Troy Polamalu clone, Hufanga. They got a first team. That's pretty awesome. That says a lot about your defense. You got a first team all pro. So that if the NFL were going to line up, this would be against, if another country actually played American style football, this would be the starting team. If we had a football in the Olympics, this would be the starting American Olympic football team. So if you think about it like that. So congratulations to all these guys there. Can you imagine if this team actually played Nick Bosa and Micah Parsons and Chris Jones and Quentin Williams and Patrick Surtain and Minka? Yeah. This is just
and
wow.
For Sauce Gardner to be on this list
as a rookie, first team all pro. That's pretty awesome for a rookie.
Yep.
So congratulations to all these guys here. And then look, we just talked about the whole thing with Joe Burrow being the all-time Bengals playoff guy with 4 wins. But these are the guys right now that are still in the playoffs. And you got the young guns. You got, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. I mean, these are guys that are 27 and under. These are guys we're going to see. You see, Trevor Lawrence and Daniel Jones. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Brock Purdy, he's 23 years old and Jalen Hurts. So, Dak Prescott's the oldest. I saw Dak Prescott's the oldest starting quarterback in the playoffs. 29 years old. He's the oldest quarterback in the playoffs. So that says a lot. Here's your passing leader for this playoff. Just this playoff.
The wild card playoffs. Yeah. So next week it'll be this number will carry on to next week. But Josh Allen, he's the leading passer for this year's playoff, followed by Tom Brady, who probably won't be on this list. He won't be on this list next week, no.
Yeah, and everybody else is on there. So Tom Brady probably won't be in here. So these are your passing leaders here. Josh with the 352 yards. Wasn't a lot of running last week. What's that? 119? And then look at Daniel Jones with 70 yards there with your rushing leaders there. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty awesome. He had more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley did. So I would say that's pretty impressive.
We just did that one.
Yeah. So playoff wins by a quarterback in franchise history. I think that speaks to how many bad quarterbacks Kansas City. They were always having the retreads. I remember when they got Joe Montana and Rich Gannon and all of those got Warren Moon. They had Warren Moon for a few. They always were going out trying to get retreads. But this is a guy homegrown draft pick. And he's going to probably just. I don't know if anybody will break his record because, this guy, he's going to win a lot of playoff games. So,
Ace says, did you know Daniel Jones had 700 plus rushing yards and 7 touchdowns on the year? I like the way that they're using him. They're using him as a running threat too. Yeah. And Ace had said this earlier. He goes, they're kind of using him like the way the Bills use Josh Allen. I don't think he's as good at throwing the ball as Josh is. Part of that is because the Giants don't have any receivers, but they're kind of using him like that, a big mobile quarterback, and things break off, just take off and get you some yards. So congratulations to Patrick Mahomes. Mona, give me some did you knows. All right. Since I finally found my glasses. I set them down again and couldn't find them. All right. So you
hang on 1 second, Mona. Okay. Amanda Lopez, I see you in here. Amanda, are you willing to wager a case of soda My Cowboys versus your 49ers. Are you willing to wager? Are you willing to wager like $12 for a case of soda? Amanda Lopez? Ask her in the comment section. I want to see what you got to say. She's a big time for it. She talked real bad to me. Talk bad to me, man. Real bad. The Cowboys suck and blah, 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 blah. I mean, she talked real bad to me. I want to see what she got to say.
All right, so ticket prices. You can attend both the AFC divisional round games for less than what it currently costs to attend the Cowboys 49ers game.
And that right there, that's why y'all are going to lose. I'm telling y'all right there, that's how y'all are going to lose the bet. That right there. You don't think that those people that are paying the cheapest ticket for the Cowboys 49ers game is $1,400. That's the cheapest ticket for the stand-up section. $1,400. And don't worry about it. Y'all see on Sunday. I'm gonna enjoy my cherry Coke Zero. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'll enjoy it really. Y'all go ahead. I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, so next, did you know Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott leads the league in regular season interceptions while still making it to the divisional round. He is the only player in NFL history to do this.
Brett Favre, just for the record, Brett Favre and Eli Manning both did it, but they lost in the wild card round. So they went to the playoffs still, but they didn't make it past the wild card round. Brett Favre and Eli Manning, just putting that out there.
Well, it states to the divisional round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they made the playoffs, they just didn't make it out the wild card round.
Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, moving on. This is our, and I do feel old, first season since 2009 that neither Rodgers nor Brady won a playoff game.
The young guns are here. Let the kids play. It's a young man's game. And I don't know how many more playoff games Tom Brady will win, depending on where he goes to play. Depending on where he goes to play, I don't know how many more playoff games he'll win.
Cheeto. I hope Dak's still throwing interceptions on Sunday. He didn't throw any last weekend.
Yeah, if he does, it'll that's what turns close games into blowouts.
Yep. All right, so this is another did you know brother duos in the playoffs. Travis and Jason Kelce. Joey and Nick Bosa, although, Joey's gone now. Dalvin and James Cook, of course, Dalvin's gone now.
Yeah.
And Stephon and Trayvon Diggs, who are still both in it. So,
yeah.
I thought that was pretty impressive. I seen that and I said, I gotta have that one. And there you go.
I meant to tell you guys, we didn't. So last week. We had congratulations to Flectron Moore. He won our Alphabets Pick'ems League. He won $100. I cashed apped him $100 last week. He won that. But then we started the Alphabets postseason Pick'ems Survivor League. Okay.
Yep.
If you lose a game in the playoffs, if you lose a pick, you're out. The person who won last week was Ethan Tweedy. So I thought it would go on for a few weeks. I'm going to do it again starting this week. So
a little bit different, though. We're just going with whoever has the best
record going forward.
Yes.
Record going forward. So make your picks. Mona's already pinned. You pinned it already, right?
What?
All the games.
Yes. So
go to the pin comments in the Alphabets Football Show group and make your picks in there. Make your picks in there. Whoever has the best record at Super Bowl, I'll send you a free Alphabets Football Show hoodie. Your color and size, whatever color and size that you want. You want one, your thing. You see Ramona up there. Ramona, just kind of stand up a little bit there. That's my Pittsburgh Steeler themed hoodie. If you want one, if you're a 49er fan, I can get you a red one with gold, or you're a Buffalo Bill. I'm doing one for Ethan Tweedy. I'm doing a Buffalo Bill themed one, red with royal blue. It's going to look real sharp. I already got them working on that. So get your picks in. It's free. It don't cost anything. Just turn your picks in, and you get and you have an opportunity to win a $50 hoodie. That's what I charge for those. So, get them in. Make sure you get them in. Make sure you get them in by tomorrow. Understand what was it?
We're keeping your wins from. I've got your totals of how many wins you had for the week wild card weekend, and then how many wins you'll have for this weekend, and all the way up to the Super Bowl. So.
Yeah, so just get them in. It's free.
The Super Bowl, you will have to pick scores in case of a tie, and you have to pay attention to what everybody else is putting their scores down.
It's like the Price is Right. It's like the Price is Right. You make bet $1.
If somebody picks 45, you got to pick 44 or 46.
Yeah, so it's all good. So get that done. I think we're ready now to get our picks done. Let's do our picks. We got 4 games. Normally we have 16 games to pick, between 12 and 16 games with the bye weeks or whatever. We got 4 games to pick this week. So here it goes. Saturday games.
We'll start out with the first game.
4:00 Eastern Standard Time. Kansas City Chiefs, number 1 seed, versus the Jags. You want to go first, Mona, or you want me to go?
Go ahead.
Jags, you're lucky to have won last week. I respect it. Just like I said earlier, I respect the fact that you came back 27-0 and won that game. I like everything that Doug Peterson's doing. He's changed the culture over there. I'm really interested to see when they actually get a number 1 receiver. Don't forget, people, they get Calvin Ridley next year. He's going to be their number 1. He should be well rested next year, fully healthy. I thought it was BS with them suspending him this year for gambling on his own team while he's injured. But that, and then somebody else gets 26 sexual assault allegations and still gets to play. But anyways, Calvin Ridley, I think he's going to change, but that's next year. This game here, I think the Jags, they're coming. I don't think that they're quite ready yet. That's no offense to them. They're a young team. I think Doug Peterson's got them going the right direction, but I just think that you give Andy Reid 2 weeks to prepare. I don't know what his record is with 2 weeks of preparation, but I would imagine that it's pretty awesome. 35-24 Kansas City.
I've got it 34-28 Kansas City.
Okay. Let's see here. Ace says Jags with the upset. Trevor Lawrence had never lost a game on Saturday, and a lot of first seed teams losing the division round. And guess what? Last week the Dallas Cowboys had never beaten Tom Brady. Guess what? That's the thing about records. They're made to be. I mean, I understand that with that, but they're lucky to have won that game last week. The football gods give it, and the football gods take it away. And I think this week they're going to take it away because you kind of should have been home last week.
I kind of feel like they exposed the Chargers defense.
Yeah, and not having J.C. Jackson kind of. So give me Kansas City 35-24. I think the Jags are going to put up a fight.
Down right.
I did 34-28. That's what you gave me. they got lucky last week, I admit. Yeah, they did. 27 to nothing? Really? Like that does not happen. That does not normally happen. So that's our first game, 4:00 Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. And then you got the NFC number 1 seed, Philadelphia Eagles, best record in the league. This is my upset. I think that they get physical with the Eagles. And I think Daniel Jones has 100 yards rushing. I think it's going to be a close game. I still don't know if Hurts is still gimpy on his shoulder. 28-27 New York Giants.
I am not going against the Eagles. I think 2 weeks rest, that shoulder is going to be just fine. I've got Philly winning this game. Division round, they're going to be close because they're 30. I'm going to say 34-20.
You like that 34 score, don't you? You like that 34. I noticed you picked 34 a lot. You take it. You say you're taking Philly?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Giants haven't won in Philly in a decade. I have G-Man for the W. I'm with you, Ace. Got the Eagles. Dalton says got the Eagles 34-16. And Thomas Prosecco says Eagles 24-21. Everybody's saying close game. So, I mean, at least no one's saying, I think all of the games this weekend are going to be close games, close, hard-fought games. So, jumping over to Sunday, Buffalo Bills, 3 o'clock. Damn, it's at 3 o'clock? Wow, I thought it would be a little bit. 3 o'clock Eastern time. That'll be 1 my time on Sunday. You really think at 3 o'clock? Okay, just y'all already bet it's too late. Y'all really think at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, as compared to the Cowboys, the reason they put them on prime time is because it's like okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Well, you said no games were going to be more televised.
They won't be. The Cowboys will be the number one. That Cowboys 49 game will be the most watched. And we probably won't know until like Monday or Tuesday, but it's okay. Look, this is going to be maybe the best game of the weekend. Maybe. For the simple fact that, unfortunately, the accident to Hamlin, the kid Hamlin. Once again, we are glad that he's doing good. He's going to probably be in the stadium. Bills Mafia is going to be jumping. That place is going to be rocking. I know Ace was there last week. Dre was there last week. I don't know who else was there. A lot of people there last. I know Ace. I saw he had pictures up. I like both quarterbacks. I just have always liked Joe Burrow a little bit better. And that's no knock on Josh Allen. Josh Allen's been turning the ball over a little bit, being really sloppy with the ball. I sent you an article on that. Could have very easily – y'all let Skylar Thompson stick around a little bit too much last week, and mostly because of bad turnovers on Josh Allen's part. Now, Gabe Davis did show up last week. I've been very critical of Gabe Davis. I think he's too sometimesy. I like what they're doing on special teams. Maybe Naheem Hines, he had the 2 kick returns a couple of weeks. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago where he had the 2 touchdown? But I just like Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow. I think he has the pedigree. And if they cannot get to him, I expect him to be sacked 6 or 7 times, and I still expect for him to throw for probably 400 yards. And I don't think that the Bills secondary can deal with – I don't think that they can deal with those receivers. And you couldn't deal with Justin Jefferson. Now you got to deal with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. And Tyler Boyd, in that game that got called, Tyler Boyd's the one who scored. The Bengals also can run the ball. They got a 2-headed monster in Joe Mixon and Samaje Perine. I expect another close game. 31-28 Bengals. $41-38. Ooh. Bills 33-32. Cincy 34-31. A says he will be at the game. Haven't missed a home game all year. Okay.
I'm actually taking Cincinnati as well.
Okay.
Only because as much as I love Trey White, I just don't think that he is back to himself at all. I think that him holding on to Jamar Chase, that very first pass of the game, showed me that you don't see Trey White do that. You just don't.
Holding on for dear life. Holding on for dear life.
I think that they are going to eat him up. And I know they can pull somebody over, one of the safeties over to try and help. But when you do that, then you leave T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd wide open. And let's not forget, the 2-headed monster in the backfield, Mixon can catch the ball out of the backfield pretty well. And the little tight end ain't that bad either. So I just don't think that. The only issue I have is that the O-line is not solid in Cincinnati. The injuries could very well hurt, but you know what? They made it to a Super Bowl last year with a worse offensive line than what any of their backups could be, in my opinion. Their offensive line was bad last year. But that being said, I think this is written in the stars already. If the Bills get past them, I don't know that there's another team out there that can stop them. But I just don't think they'll get past the Bengals. I'm taking Cincinnati. 38. $28.
Let me see here. That was his first game back. I expected that. He has games under his belt now. Hey, Dolphins defense isn't a slouch. They gave us trouble. What about Skylar? I'm not talking about the Dolphins defense. I'm talking about your defense against Skylar Thompson. Y'all made Skylar Thompson look like Dan Marino. I mean, Skylar Thompson. I mean, they jumped right over Teddy Bridgewater going with Skylar Thompson. I don't know. We got an answer for Mixon. His name is Jordan Phillips. Okay, we will see. We will definitely see. And the last game on the menu, Dallas Cowboys at 49ers. Look, I have so much respect for I dislike the 49ers, but I have a lot of respect for them. But I think Brock Purdy, they're like, well, the Cowboys haven't seen an offense like the 49ers. We haven't? I don't know. The Minnesota got a pretty good offense. Justin Jefferson, go into their house and beat the snot out of them. Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen.
But how did you beat? How did you beat Minnesota? You ran the ball against them.
Down their throat.
Yeah,
Down
you ain't letting the ball down San Francisco's throat. Come on.
No, we're not. We're not. But CeeDee Lamb is a 1,200-yard receiver. And let's not forget, how many touchdowns did Dalton Schultz have last week?
Dude.
Dalton Schultz is going to be that guy because now your safeties can't cheat up because they got to deal with Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz probably earned himself a real nice paycheck. Minnesota's 32nd. Yeah, I get it. I get it, Ace. I totally get it. But I'm talking about like their offense, their offensive explosive. But I don't think they've seen a defense like ours either that takes away the ball. That Purdy makes any mistakes. You beat the Seahawks. The Seahawks defense ain't that great. The Rams defense wasn't that great this year. Look at the teams that they beat. No offense to the teams that they beat, but I mean, come on.
Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, but what did they do? They got physical with the Dolphins. I think our offensive line matches up very well against theirs. I think our offense matches up, and I think our defense.
Dak Prescott is praying that happens because of Bosa.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if they don't get some help for that kid over there, for Tyler Smith, Nick Bosa will have a field day. But also, I don't think they've seen anything like Micah Parsons or the guys on our defense. Brock Purdy has not really been tested yet. Everything he's done has just been kind of, he's got plenty of time.
And I agree. I don't think that they faced a defense like yours.
And you cannot. They worry me because they got players everywhere. It's like, okay, McCaffrey can kill you, and Debo can kill you, and Kittle can kill you, and Ayuk can kill you. So it's like they've got to play a good game. Quinn versus Shanahan. They were on the staff with Atlanta. Quinn was the head coach. Shanahan was the offensive coordinator. And we're going to see. I mean, it's another close game. 28-27 Dallas. And Brett Maher redeems himself this week. Brett Maher kicks the game-winning field goal. Brett Maher, after missing 4 extra points last week, 28-27 Cowboys.
All right, now I'm taking San Fran. I'm going to say 31. 28.
31-28, San Fran. Let's see here. Minnesota's the 32nd rate defense in the league. Dallas needs to contain McCaffrey to win the game, make Purdy throw. I agree. I don't think I would ever say this. Cowboys 31-28. Dalton 49ers 2016. Tito, I really hope San Fran beats the doors off of Dallas. Ace, I got San Fran 33-21. I think defense picks Dakota off 2 times, and it's possible. I mean, he's got to play a clean. He's got to play a clean gun. If he does not play a clean game, if he plays like he did against Washington, it could be a blowout. You can't give them those extra opportunities like that. So that's it. God, we didn't really have a long. It's a whole lot easier when you're only got 4 games to pick. You know what? I guess for 5 minutes here, any questions, anything, ask any questions or whatever.
Thanks, Tito. I appreciate that. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to leave Pitt alone for long. Just to be honest with you.
I think y'all will be back next year. I think,
I think we belonged in there before Miami did. So.
Well, Miami without a healthy Tua. I think with a healthy Tua.
Sauceburger's there. The Jets beat Miami. Or not Sauceburger, Brees Hall. Sorry, if Brees Hall is in that game, the Jets beat Miami, and Pittsburgh goes to the damn playoffs.
Okay, but I mean, you can say it too. If Lamar Jackson's there, then they beat the Steelers. Are we doing hypotheticals now?
See, we won't go there because Lamar Jackson doesn't beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's 2-5. Lamar Jackson does not. We have Lamar Jackson. Look, the last 3 years he's made excuses for whatever reason that he has not played against us. No, you can forget that crap.
Let me see here. Can Ethan win 2 times? Yeah, Ethan can win 2 times. I'm tired of Ethan. Listen, I need y'all to pick better. I'm tired of Ethan's ass. I'm tired of. I say this jokingly, of course. Okay, I'm tired of Ethan's ass. Ethan beat me in the fantasy league. I had Hurts get hurt for my fantasy football playoffs, and I lost that game. I don't think it. And I beat his ass twice in the regular season. I'm tired of Ethan Tweedy. I'm tired of. Guys, I'm saying this jokingly. Go, man, Marcus was cussing you out in the show. I'm joking, guys. I'm just saying I need you guys to. But yes, Ethan can win another. I already owe him one. So get your picks in and stop him. I can't win my own hoodie. You know, I got plenty of hoodies. I'm doing this for y'all. So yes,
I absolutely am. If I win, I'm getting a hoodie.
Yeah, you know. So it is.
They're really have new clothes. I gotta have some new clothes.
You know what? I'm gonna make you a reverse one, Mon. I'm gonna make you a yellow one with black, a yellow hoodie with black.
Well, that'd be sharp, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. That'll really stand out. I'll have to order that. Kellen Moore, Dan Quinn. Kellen Moore, Dan Quinn, and D'Amico Ryan's already getting head coaching interview. Yeah. Can a person with no fingers point me in the right? Tito, shut up, man.
Hey, Tito.
Shut up.
Yeah, like this.
Right.
Get over to the dark side.
You can use your toes, or you can use. Somebody had said.
Steeler fan. I don't care.
I saw something in the comments a little while ago. Who do we have for the MVP? Mona, MVP? Who's your MVP?
Patrick Mahomes. As of right now. I mean,
as of right. I got Patrick Mahomes right now. I think he kind of now a lot of things can change in the weekend. I mean, that game that Prescott hit a couple of weeks ago against the Commanders, I mean, people were ready to tar and feather him. And then you come back the next week and play a damn near perfect game. Football is a very unforgiving.
He'll give you MVP. He is not an MVP candidate.
No doubt about it. Offensive rookie of the year?
I have to give it to Purdy if depending on what happens this weekend.
Okay. A says Josh Jacobs, dude, was MVP. I'll give him the offensive player of the year. I can't give him the MVP.
No.
Yeah, to me, with the MVP, you got to win, and the Raiders didn't even make the playoffs, so I can't give him MVP. I will give him offensive player of the year. I'll give him that. Defensive player of the year.
Oh, Nick Bosa,
and that hurt. That hurts me because I thought Micah had a chance, and Micah, I think he'll win one down the road, you know. But Nick Bosa this year, we said Dable for coach of the year, defensive rookie of the year, Sauce.
Oh yeah, I think Sauce.
Defensive rookie of the year, Sauce.
I think Sauce has got that.
Olave, Walker.
I don't think they're Sauce.
No, well, they're talking about offensive rookie of the year.
Oh, I think you got to give that to Brock Purdy.
If Brock Purdy,
if he goes to the NFC Championship game and to the Super Bowl, I think you have to give it to Brock Purdy.
I think so too. Yeah. What else am I missing? We got coach of the year. We got coach of the year, offensive rookie of the year.
I got Dayball for coach of the year.
Dabo Coach of the Year.
Comeback Player of the Year. You could either be Geno or it could be
Saquon.
Saquon Barkley.
Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, I think he has a. That one's going to be tough. The comeback player of the year.
I think the way Geno had Seattle playing, though, I think you have to kind of give it to Geno.
Who do y'all got for comeback player of the year? I'm seeing all these answers in here. A says defensive player of the year, Bosa. Rookie defense, Sauce. Defensive player of the year, Nick Bosa. That's from Dalton. Purdy, healthy in the playoff. Yeah. Coach of the year, Dable. Offensive rookie of the year, Walker or Olave. Comeback is Barkley or Geno. Barkley. Christian McCaffrey played like 10 games in 3 years. The past 3 years. And he was pretty healthy this year.
Played pretty much all season this year.
But I just think I gotta go with Saquon, man. Saquon, I mean, he's just really been
and he's helped to get his team into the
and
playoffs.
Without him, what is the New York Giants? What is their record without Saquon Barkley? 4 wins, 5, maybe 4 or 5 wins.
First coach of the year, Jim Harbaugh. Kingsbury.
Okay, so we got MVP. Everybody pretty much. You guys didn't say MVP. Ace, Dalton, Tito. MVP. Thomas Maselko. Give me your MVP. Oh, he did. He said Josh Jacobs. I can't give Josh Jacobs the MVP. I just can't do that. I think that's pretty much Mahomes. Dalton says Mahomes. Nathaniel Hackett, worst coach of the year.
Could be. Could very well.
Nathaniel Hackett, worst coach of the year.
I had to give it to Cliff Kingsbury myself. So
Kingsbury's right up there.
I've been called for him to be fired for 3 years.
Ron Rivera.
Oh, duh.
Matt Rule.
We're eliminated, really? I cannot get over that interview. The look on his face was like deer in headlights look. When the reporter asked him, well, how does it feel not in the running for the playoffs now? And he's like, we're eliminated? Really? and I'm sorry, he was not being sarcastic. He really did not know.
Dalton says Jeff Saturday. Jeff Saturday was he interviewed for the job for the permanent, like, dude, like he just had like what 10 weeks. You
gotta look at his quarterback, and
I get you, but what is he going to change? Well, like, what is he going to change going into next year? He's not really ahead. Like, okay, here's another question I got for y'all. This is what I meant to ask y'all, and I really want to know what people think about this. Of the head coaching vacancies, what is the dream job with the head coaching vacancies? The ones that we know of for sure: Houston, Indy, Arizona.
Poor Levy Smith. Let me just reiterate, that was BS. Houston, get rid of Levy Smith. Look, he had those boys playing some football. I mean, with nobody. And they were still in games against the Chiefs and against the Cowboys.
A says fantasy football buff. Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, and Mike Evans. Mike Evans had 1,000 yards. No, Mike Evans, Mike Williams. I'll take Mike Evans for Mike Williams. Jeez, man, that dude killed me. That dude killed me. Mike Evans, terrible, just terrible. Absolute. Oh my goodness, man. Cortland Sutton. The boy from Pittsburgh, your boy Deontay Johnson, terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Alan Lazard, I thought maybe he would do something, be Green Bay's number one receiver.
How many damn passes he did drop? I don't even want to know.
Mike Evans hit score from October the 2nd to week 7. Yeah, that'll call. But Mike Williams, this dude, he's always hurt. He's always hurt. Just always hurt. Melvin Gordon, Cam Akers, they were pretty bad too. Pretty damn bad. So that's everything, guys. I'm probably going to do a live stream tomorrow. I appreciate y'all jumping in. I'll probably do something before, probably like a 30-minute live stream tomorrow.
I don't think Chase Claypool was a bust. I don't think he was a bust. I think he needs to mature, or he's going to find himself out of the league. But I don't think he was a bust. But he wasn't. I actually was kind of shocked that we signed Deontay and got rid of Chase. But that happened before the season, and we didn't realize he was going to have the damn dropsies again this year.
How about Jonathan Taylor?
Well, he got injured.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, this Jonathan Taylor was like the number one pick for most people with fantasy.
Right.
You see, how about Aaron Rodgers?
Well, we could say fantasy football bust, but he wasn't a bust as far as regular season. He just got injured.
Marcus, I have the biggest bust of the year. Ready? Okay, go ahead. Want to pin it up there so they can see. Who was it? To me, it was Mike. Mike Williams killed me. I mean,
wait, he got a touchdown.
He got a touchdown.
He got a touchdown last week or was it before?
Kenny Galladay worse.
How can you say that? Hey, he finally got a damn touchdown. How can you say that, dude? Come on. And Deontay Johnson didn't have a touchdown all friggin' season.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Not one touchdown.
That is pretty damn.
I think
Brandon Cooks.
Well, Michael.
Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy's up there too. Yeah. Pretty damn bad. I mean, there were some pretty bad ones out there. So, like Michael Thomas. Yeah, Michael Thomas. That dude's been robbing them. He's been robbing them folks, man. He's gone. Alvin Kamara. He did pretty good for me this year. I had him in Aces League. He did pretty good He wasn't too bad. I'll let y'all know. I'm going to probably do a live stream. Me and Mona might jump on, depending on what she's got going on. Me and Mona might do it'll just be like a 30-minute something. We'll jump on here, talk a little smack. We're going to try to start doing that a little bit more. Probably off season, we'll probably do a few Alphabets bits. I know some people have been asking me about that. They really like those. They're just a lot of work. If y'all want a hoodie and actually pay for one, get with me. PayPal, Cash App.
This year, just in our pick'em leagues.
What's that?
How much money have we given away as far as pick'em leagues? Little specials throughout the season.
We had one week where we gave away $50. We had another week where we gave away $50. That was $100 plus the $100 for $200 on the picks, plus a free hoodie.
And then now another hoodie.
And then now nearly $300. Just giving it away. No, you don't have to pay for anything, Marcus, did you get your money from Brett? Man. What, Ace, you think my team Ace, you think my team's a slouch? Huh? You think my team's a slouch? My team will not lose more than 3 games. My team will not lose more than 3 games. Y'all need to talk to.
Did he win 3?
Huh?
Did he even win 3?
No. I think he did win 3. I think he said he won't lose more than 3.
Well,
he
I know, but I'm just saying,
yeah.
He's going to lose more than 3,
Yeah.
but I'm asking, did he even win 3?
Yeah, man, look, man, sometimes you just got to chalk stuff up as a loss, man. Obviously, some people, everybody doesn't live by the same code.
Just don't take the sub story next year when you have fantasy football and he said, I promise, I want to
Yeah, he was looking for a way out. He was on the show the other day, but it's all good. Guys, we appreciate y'all. Mona, last words before we get ready to get up out of here.
I just want to say good luck to everybody's teams. There's a few picks I made that I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I hope I'm wrong. But then there's a few that I truly believe I got 100% correct. So, but
yeah, we'll see. I appreciate y'all. If y'all want a Alphabets Football Show hoodie, t-shirt, I'm doing t-shirts, hoodies, short sleeve t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts. They came out really nice, real nice. Let me know. 55 for the hoodie, 45 for the long sleeve t-shirt, and 27 for the t-shirts, and all of that includes shipping. Okay, let me know if you want that. They came out really nice. It really helps out, with things. Me and Mona, well, I'll be on tomorrow for a live stream. Maybe if I can coerce my co-host for a few minutes before the game start. We'll probably do like a live stream tomorrow. I'll try to get Mona to come off. Not, I'll be by myself.
Be on. Just depends on how well the Indians behaving.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I appreciate y'all. We for the people who come through every week. Dalton, Tito, Thomas Maselko, Ace, Ethan Tweedy. He's usually like at work around this time. Everybody out there, the peak. Pokes their head in for a second. Tessera, Amanda Lopez, some of the show affiliates out there. Shout out to my guy Michael Torres, does the bottles for me. Ben Avila, my vendor for the t-shirts, him and his lovely wife Melissa. Everybody out there who just shows love, man, shows us love, man. I appreciate it, man. We're really humbled. We got a couple more shows left, before we take our hiatus. It's tough, man. We've been doing these since late July, early August. Here we are, near the end of January here, man. It's tough sledding, man, but we enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's a lot of work, but this is for y'all, man. Good luck to everybody's teams out there. Be safe out there. I know some of the places around the country, the weather's really bad, snow and stuff. Please be careful driving. Ace, if you're going to the game, man, y'all have fun. Post pictures. If y'all are at games, shout out to my guy, King Powell. He was at the Jags and Chargers game. He was actually there. He's been on the show before, man. So everybody out there, have a good one, and we will be back. Same bet time, same bet channel. See ya.
Count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy. Money bag after money bag, I'm the man now. Play the cards that I was dealt and I ain't need no handouts. Fresh on every set, give respect. Mama out of debt, got a new connect. We the best, homie run the check. Wifey got a new bag, new house. You mad? We just doing us, feeling wavy. Fuck a do-rag. This that no stress flow. Bobbing on my ex. She don't love cash, kiss my ass, baby XO. Thank you for that line, Mr. West, but I'm next though. Hey, you me the set, bitch, I'm blessed, sipping next. So for the love of money, I stay fucking hungry. I parted ways with the kitchen, that just wasn't for me. Every show they love me, now I'm showing love back. They ain't taking nothing from me, so I throw a couple stacks. You when I'm in your town, have some fun, blow it back. Fuck with me when I'm around, trust me, shorty, I'll be back. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown, the sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag, now count up, count up.